Okay, welcome everybody to this Java Beginners tutorial. Today we're going to be creating a password generator, a very simple one within a couple of minutes. So for this we're going to be using BlueJ because it's very easy to use for beginners. So we want to go ahead and get started by creating a new project. BlueJ is actually free for download. There's going to be a link in the description. So we want to create a new project. I called it YouTube. Now we want to go ahead and create a new class that I'm going to call test. This is going to be our main class. There are not going to be any more classes in this tutorial. So we want to select the normal class, click OK. Now we want to open up this class and we want to delete all of this because we're not going to be using any of it and all of this. So now we have an empty class. Now we want to go ahead and create the main method for our class. And we want to go ahead and create a secondary method that's going to have the type string, which is going to be generating our password. Now, hence this method has the type string. It actually needs a return statement. So we're actually going to be creating a new string in here that we're going to be calling generated. It's going to be empty for now, and then we want to return it. Okay, so if we call this method from here now, we're actually going to be doing that by printing it out into the console because that's the simplest thing to do at this point. And we just want to type in the method in here. And if we compile this now and we use the main method, as you see, we get an empty space. If I type anything in here now, like say ABCD, I compile it, we get ABCD. Okay, so that's that for now. We're actually going to be leaving this for now. We're going to add an integer in here that we're going to be using later. Because we added this integer here, it's actually also going to be, it has to be given from over here. So we're going to create a new integer here that we're going to be calling length. This is going to be the length of our password. And we're actually going to be giving it to the method. And that's pretty much that. So what this does is we have an integer here that has a length 20, or the value 20, sorry. It gets given over to this method, which in which the L gets this value, which means that if we call this from here using length, L gets the value 20, which is going to be our password length. Now we want to go ahead and create a new string that we're going to be calling alphabet. This is going to be getting the alphabet that we're going to be using. I'm going to go ahead and type in the alphabet we're going to be using today. You can type in anything you want. So I'll see you in a bit. So this is pretty much the alphabet we're going to be using today. It has some basic letters, some numbers, and some symbols, just to make the password a little more secure. Now the problem is we have here like 52 characters and we only have like 20 numbers and symbols, so we're actually gonna duplicate this for them to occur more often in the password. Now we want to create a string array and we're gonna call it generate with a small g. And this one will actually split this alphabet into separate strings and place them in a one-dimensional array. So we want to go ahead and type in alphabet.split, and we want to split them using that. And now we have a string array containing all of these characters in a form that looks like this. And so on and so forth till the end. So now we actually want to create a randomizer function to actually get random characters and build a highly secure password that no one's going to figure out. Now for this we're actually going to be using a type called random. We're going to create a new rand and new random. Now the thing about this is, this one is not in the normal library, so we're gonna have to import this Java library, and this one is located within Java util random with a big R. Oops. Okay, there we go. So this one creates a new random, and now we want to create a for function. We're gonna go ahead and type in I equals 0 as a start value. I is gonna be smaller than L, so we only get 20 characters because we wanted to stop when we hit 20. We want to increment the I every time the function is called. So now we want to create a new integer called n, and this one is gonna get rand.next integer, and inside we're actually gonna be typing the generate.length. So what this means is every time the function is called, it's going to create a new integer. The integer is called n, and it gets a value, a random value from anywhere between 0 and generate.length is the length of this alphabet. So what this one does, or what this one will do, if I type in generated, which is our empty string for now, narrated. So what this one does is every time the function's called, we create a new integer called n. N gets a random value between 0 and the length of this alphabet. And then the string generated gets a random, well, first it adds all the characters that are already inside. For the first time the function works, there's nothing inside, so it's basically just empty. But afterwards it's gonna add all the characters. So, and this one is gonna be picking a random character from this alphabet and adding it to our string. And we're pretty much done with this. So if we compile this and we go ahead and click void main, you see we get a new password. If we go ahead and type in here 100, you're gonna be seeing we're gonna get a 100 character long one. And we can do this for pretty much anything we like. We can also take out characters and do this. So you can change it however you like. You can also create like you can create a pin generator if that's what you want. You can create pretty much anything you like. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. If you haven't, then make sure to subscribe. Stay tuned for the next video where we're gonna actually be moving away from BlueJ and making this whole thing look a little bit prettier. I'm also gonna be showing you later on how you can create this, how you can turn this into an Android app. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you next time.